illegal. And my experience is not an anomaly. We can look to the spate of terror attacks that have since occurred. And this is a status quo Adventure Guard founders are largely dissatisfied with. How come in the present modern age, we have access to so much technology, there's a fundamental misunderstanding of local laws and customs when tourists travel abroad? And that's that fear that we're seeking to address. So DFAT and the Australian Insurance Council last year released a report in August 2016 identifying that 36% of all Australians who had an insurance policy made a claim for stolen goods. Stolen goods because they went into an area that was fundamentally unsafe and they did not know that. So for example, chewing gum in Singapore is illegal and you would not know that until you actually got a fine. So why in this modern age we have so much access to information and technology, how come we are merely being reactive as opposed to proactive? And that's what Adventure Guard is. It's seeking to take what we use most and we want most. We use apps and we want security. So that's Adventure Guard. So we will be inputting crime information into an app and using geofencing, sending a push notification to users, alerting them of a hotspot of crime. So for example, you're in Paris and whatnot, you hit the locality, you get a push notification saying, hey, pickpocketing is right here, zip up your handbags. So that's being proactive to crime. And we are cognizant that most people don't have data packages when they are travelling. And our prototype presently works in aeroplane mode, in which the user has a map and it's scaled according to a gradient scale, according to severity of crime. So it's all about arming the user with information in order to make them safe. So the current industry is of travel makes it most opportune to launch this app. A $7.3 trillion at a 4.3% growth rate makes our app a viable app to introduce. And we have international market validation. We've interviewed more than 300 people from around the world, so from the US, France, Italy, even Estonia, and 90% of all those we've surveyed said they not only would use this app, but they would recommend it to friends. And what's our competition? It's locked in the dark ages. We should not be relying on the smart government travel website to scroll through websites in order to find information. Our revenue model is 2 points. It's partnering white labeling with insurance companies in which they can mandate download of this app, but it will be free for users to use. And we'll also partner with local businesses in order for them to advertise their services online. And that's our ethos. We hope to make travel fearless.
Awesome. Samara, how are you going? I take it, Samara, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, great. So this is another app that you travel with, that you leave going, and if you walk through an area that's lots of pickpocketing, then you get told there's lots of pickpocketing. You get some sort of message. Where do you get that information from?
Yeah, so our prototype we got for Brisbane, San Francisco, and New York, and we just use crime data from available online. In the long term, we do hope that it will be user inputted, so that will reinforce that instantaneous, real-time updates of crime. So at the moment, we have that source of information.
Using the open data access at the moment.
Yeah. But obviously making it user-friendly, so people don't need to Google.
You're going to miss a lot, because that's obviously corrective data, right? So that's after it goes through final reports, etc. So don't you need something a bit more instantaneous to make it actually of value to you?
Sorry, I didn't quite get that.
You need something a bit more instantaneous to make it of value. So you need to know, for example, that someone's cutting throats at London at the moment, but that won't come through with private reports until next week.
Yes, so that's why we are going to make it long term that user inputted, so they can immediately just dot point that.
Yeah, okay, so when people are actually running away from said mad person, right?
Yeah.
They're not going to be saying, oh, look, there's a mad person here, I must tell everyone else, right? That's in fact they're warning you not to do that in the actual updates. So how do you get that? I mean, are you scraping news sites? And your answer here should be, we're scraping news sites and we're somehow using, I hate to say, artificial intelligence to geolocate that problem, and therefore I can give really up-to-date information. We're scraping people's Twitter feeds and we're scraping people's Facebooks, because you're not doing that when you're walking through an area, you're not on your phone. You need more up-to-date information. This is really good, but I think you need more up-to-date information to make this actually a utility.
Okay, perfect.
10 seconds.
That was a great pitch. Do you have anything at the moment that you're testing in terms of an email list where you push out